So welcome back, everybody. We're here again with Young Realty Academy and your live realtor coaching, and we're here for another amazing session. It's quite the treat we have today. Not only do we have the benefit of working with McLean International for coaching, but we have Linda McLean herself coaching us today on the facets of growing your business and the importance of working not only in your business but on your business. Most realtors they faulted this category where they spend too much time involved, too much inside their business, and sometimes and Linda's going to explain this to us today, where sometimes you have to pull back and be somewhat of a visionary and look at it from a higher point of view and work on your business. And that in terms, she's going to get into all the different facets that we have to do to create a larger business for ourselves. So without further ado, please welcome Linda McLean.
Hi, Stephen and everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. What I'm going to share with you today, we call it the snapshot business plan. There are so many people who get buried in the thoughts of doing a business plan that it can be tiring and exhausting and, oh my gosh, I can't do it. Well, we have developed what we call a snapshot business plan that will teach you and show you the process of looking at the different areas of your business. And what you'll see now is the 8 facets of your business. So when we think about our business, we always want to take our business to the next level. And our business will bring us the rewards based on what we desire. But if we think of the business, these are the 8 facets of your business. Everything from financial straight down to your office, the technology, the team that you have. And what we're going to do is share with you the best way to look at your business is, number one, schedule an appointment to say, I need to review what's going on in my business, of what's working and what's not working. And you'll find from all these different areas in your business, there will be some that will require a little more attention and time, and there will be others based on the time of the year or whatever it might be that may not require a whole lot of time and effort or additional action items that need to take place in order for you to achieve your next level. And one of the things that, Stephen, I think it's so important for us to understand is there is a cycle of success. So when we're thinking about the 8 facets of the business, if we just think about each facet and ensure that there's a cycle in every facet, we call it simplify the cycle of success. Because let's say, for example, we take the first facet of the financial part. Well, we have to set a goal, and this is the cycle as you see it on the screen. You have to set a goal. Now, in order to set a goal, many times you realize I may have to create some change in what I'm doing to achieve that goal. Now, in order to achieve a goal, you have to have a plan. You have to be purposeful in your planning. And, of course, one of the main things that a lot of people will do is they will lack action. But as you see, it's the required process that's necessary to achieve success, is taking action. Now, when we start to take action, whether it's you, Stephen, myself, or anybody, sometimes we get a little off track. This is where accountability comes into play. And accountability is nothing more than someone who we trust and someone who can guide us to really keep us on that right track to achieve success. And then the next step is for us to be aware adjustment is required. Well, I'm certain, Stephen, just like you and anybody else, you have these new babies, you adjust your lifestyle. You move to another city, you adjust your lifestyle. An agent decides to move from doing single-family homes in a pretty nice area to maybe doing more luxury homes. There is adjustment that's required. Well, the same is true when you set a goal. Whatever type of goal you set in life, there is adjustment that's required. And being certain on how you make that adjustment is critical to achieving the success. When a sailor sets out in his sailboat, he can see the destination that he's going to, and along his path, because of the winds come up, because of circumstances, he must make adjustments to the sail, to all the equipment that he has on his boat to ensure that he reaches his destination. Well, the same is true in real estate or any other business. So we see I should have made the word adjustment really large because it's absolutely critical. It happens. Even though we think it won't happen, it will happen. And the next thing is getting back on track with being clear on your goal, visualizing your goal and knowing, yes, I've made adjustments and this is my goal and I'm going for it. And then that ultimately leads to success. And if individuals take nothing out of this webinar Other than this, I would say it's going to help them and strap them with knowledge and a level of awareness to get them to where they want to go. Now let's look. So, and of course, I wrote down set goals. You
Hmm.
can't just think of them in your mind. It's critical to write them down. Write them down, think about them, have them in front of you, and there's all sorts of different tips and tools and ways to keep your goals in front of you, and being set in what it is you want to achieve. Now,
Yeah, so
we're going to dive.
Linda, just
Go
on
ahead.
that point before we get into the facets here. So
Yeah.
adjustment is going to happen. It's inevitable. No one can avoid the adjustment period in setting their goal or getting to their destination.
Yes.
So don't think as though you're just going to set a goal. You may want to adjust your business plan, or you may not want to adjust your business plan. You're going to have to adjust it. Period, based on what goes on in terms of the environmental factors that your market
Mhm.
predicts. Whether it's
Mhm.
the housing market shifts slightly. No one could have predicted the downfall of the '08
Right.
crash in the real estate, in the stock market, and in the real estate market. But the good agents who came out much further ahead, much quicker, they adjusted much faster than the people who didn't. There's still agents who talk to me about that, how they haven't recovered. It's been 4 years, 6 years now, I guess it's been.
Yeah.
And the challenge with that is they're not adjusting. They have not adjusted their business plan. What worked for them in 2007 does not work in 2014. Those who adjusted have reflected the success. And that is the
Mhm.
key component, I think, to most goals. We're big on goal setting here at Young Realty. And the
Mhm.
challenge is everyone is now learning how to set proper goals. The challenge is,
Mhm.
they're really stuck on saying, no, that's all I want. Well, you're going to have to adjust certain things. Now, I'm not saying take away from your goal. I'm just saying your plan may not be the exact plan, how it happens A, B, and C. It may happen A, B, D, C, F. You don't know the direction of which you're going to go to get to that goal. So it's a very
Yep.
key component to
Yeah.
success.
You know something else, if I'm gonna dovetail on that, you are spot on, is we've had a few clients wherein they are doing really well. They are purposeful in their planning, they're very purposeful in their actions, they're purposeful in who they surround themselves with. And it's interesting, we will do like a quarterly review, a mid-year review, and we'll talk about that later. And lo and behold, they had to adjust their goal upward. Now this is so interesting and it's wonderful, but this happens as well. People always think I've got to make adjustments to go lower. Well, sometimes that can be true as well. However, when you set your course to hit a certain goal and you're really focusing on the things in the direction that you're going, all of a sudden the company's doing well and you're going, oh my gosh, we're going to hit our goal early. Now this is where so many people don't reach their full potential. And they actually subconsciously limit themselves to the potential growth they could achieve because they don't make the proper adjustments. This particular company ended up increasing their goals, their initial goal that they set from a financial perspective 3 times in that given year. They exceeded their financial goal more than they were absolutely like dancing on the ceiling because they could not believe what they had achieved and the huge percentage increase they gained. And it was because they were spot on with their business. They looked at their goal and they kept inching it up and changing their actions to meet the growth of their business. It was very, very exciting. Sorry.
That's incredible. And it does happen more often than you would think. There's a lot of agents who I've spoken with myself who they've hit their goal and it's 9 months into the year and 3 months left. And what do? Well, they're going to go on vacation. They hit their goal. Well, no, you got 3 more months. Just increase the goal. It's always a surprise to me. You imagine taking a flight across the country and the pilot's like, well, we're going to arrive at 4 p.m. and they show up
Yep.
3:30. They're not going to sit on the tarmac for half an hour and say, we've got to wait till we get till 4 o'clock. It's just not going to
Exactly.
happen.
I
So,
know.
so sometimes it
It
happens. You have to adjust it upwards.
Yeah, I know, and it's so exciting. And you are right, Stephen. There are so many people out there who are just they are not scratching. They're just barely scratching the surface of what they potentially what they could achieve. So anyhow,
Yeah.
so
And just a
um,
note to anybody who's listening who doesn't either know of Linda McLean or has heard of Linda McLean, she said she has a few clients. They literally have coached thousands of people around the world in terms of the top producing realtors. Young Realty, were located in Toronto, and she used to work with a gentleman, Craig Proctor. And what he did, he took his business to well over $2 or $3 million. He was the number one agent in the world at
mhm.
one point. Linda was sort of the architect behind the entire plan. So, just to validate who Linda McLean is, you really need to speak to her and really need to listen to her. One, either for the accountability component, or two, just to understand how to build a big business. This is why we have Linda McLean. This is why it's such a great treat to have her here today.
Well, thanks, Stephen. And everything I do, I have fun with. I mean, when I convinced Craig Proctor to hire me, I came from the banking background, and he was doing, I think he'd done 50 houses, and I said, oh, I can see such potential. I mean, I'm fascinated by businesses, and I really think the businesses and the individual need to match. You need to feel a part of your business because we spend so much time in it. And it was really me just helping Craig at the very beginning, and he took a chance on me, and I took a chance on him, and I just helped organize and bring order and set specific goals and stuff in the business. And I was working with him just 1 year, and I helped him double his production up to 115 houses. And the next year, I just kept doing. And this is why I say simplify the cycle of success. This is not difficult.
No.
The second year, I mean, I just kept applying what I know from the business background, what I learned I was in the banking background for 12 years. I just kept applying that to Craig, to his business. And then next year we closed 222 units, and it continued to grow from there as we hired people, as we developed those people, as we, worked on marketing. Now, Craig's a great marketing person, as everybody knows. So my contribution to Craig Proctor's business, he was my very first client, which is pretty cool, was really just me applying, as I say, purposeful planning. And anybody can do this. They just have to have the desire and the willingness to take to invest their time and effort and money into building it. So getting back to how anybody can do this, Stephen. And if people just think there are 8 different parts to my business, the first one is the financials. The financials and having a clear goal and knowing how you're going to get it is the launch pad to success. When you have your financials clear and you know how to, you know what you want to earn, then you break it down how you're going to earn it and what you're going to spend. You see, right away you've got clarity. You've got a path. And I always say to individuals, having a good foundation in your financials is a foundation provides you with freedom. When you've got the finances, you have the freedom to make decisions. I don't care whether it is taking your family on a vacation, whether it's buying a new car, whether it's reinvesting in your business. Anybody who's done anything in life has taken the time, I always say the time and effort and the money to invest back in your business. So this is the one thing to think about, what the money will do for you. And the money can serve you and many others. But it's number one, the financials. All right. So getting the goal, and I'm glad you guys do a lot of goal planning in Young Realty. Okay, the next is marketing. Okay, marketing between your market in your business. This is facet number 2. Your marketing and your people are generally your 2 largest expenses. So sit down and make a list of every place that you spend a marketing dollar. Everything from your business card to your billboard to your direct mail campaign to your flyers. It doesn't matter what it is. And ensure, if we went back to the other screen, and this is the one thing, I better be careful. I don't shut down the slide. It's so important for all of you to really be able to understand your financial statements. You own a business, and reading financial statements is not difficult. That's why so many people, Stephen, again, don't take advantage of their business because they don't have their arms really wrapped around the financial part. You will make better decisions how to earn money and spend money when you understand your financials. And your marketing is one of the largest areas where you're going to spend the biggest amount of your cash.
Most realtors don't treat the business as a business. They think they're a part of a larger business or a larger company, the brokerage. No, that's not it at all. You're an independent contractor running your own independent business. It just so happens there's another brokerage on top of it who are sort of helping you organize some things. But at the end of the day, it's your business. It's your personal business. It's Linda McLean.
Yeah, it is.
It's Young Realty. It's all individualized.
Yeah, every person is a CEO. Your company may be small as independent agents, just like, the company may be small, but you are the CEO of your business. And so the other thing, too, and I'm just going to put it out there, is accept responsibility being the CEO of your business. What a great life and great opportunity that you have. So marketing, that's the second facet, is to be clear. This is very, very important. Be clear where you're spending your money, why you're spending it, and what sort of results that you are getting from your marketing. Because if you are not getting results and you've tested it to make sure you're not getting results, then don't spend the money there, because all you're doing is making a donation. So be clear with that. The third facet, again, that is generally the greatest leverage, is a team. Now, we call it team growth and development. There are many people that help you in your team, as in your business. So therefore, when you have the team mentality, team is really working together, right? It really is each individual being clear on what is my role and responsibility, what do I contribute, even if it's a husband and wife real estate team. This is an area, too, where there's a lot of untapped potential and opportunity for growth in a husband and wife team. And they may not have clearly defined roles and responsibilities. They may just kind of go along with it. Well, I can't encourage everybody enough just to really be clear. What is my role? What is my responsibility? What do I personally need to take myself to that next level? We know that every business who, whether it's I mean, I could list a whole, Google's Apple, Apple, it's individuals being clear on what their role and responsibility is, and then the leaders of the company saying, how can I help that individual be the best of the best? How can I help that individual go up the next level? Mm-hmm. It could be training. It could be education. It could be a multitude of different things. So it's important. Stop and take evaluation of yourself. See, if I want to do more, be more, have more, whatever it is, what is it that I personally need to do first as a leader, as the CEO of the company? What is that I need to learn? How can I invest in myself so that I can give back greater to my own company? And then take each person that if you have a team of people, or you even have a part-time assistant, or maybe it's your surrounding individuals that help you. I don't care whether it is your house inspector. Think of everybody that's on your team and how they contribute, and create. And this is part of going back to the snapshot business plan. You just look at this facet number 3 and you go, okay, what's working, what's not working? What are the specific goals and actions that we need to do so that we can take the business to the next level? The minute that you come up with what that is, you write that down. That becomes part of your goal. That becomes part of your business plan. And, Stephen, you and I have talked about it. A business plan, so many people get, as I said, bent out of shape over thinking of a business plan. A business plan is simply define goals and the action steps that are going to help you reach those goals. That's all it is. Okay.
It's very simple. Yeah, and that's the mystery behind it. It's so simple, yet nobody does it, and that's the difficult part.
Well, because they have this perception in their mind that it's a pain in the butt. It's difficult.
Yeah.
Oh, a business plan, that's only for the accountants, and it's only for big companies, and yet it's the small to medium-sized businesses that really keep our economy afloat. So absolutely. That's what it is. Getting back into this facet 3, one more thing, and then we're going to move on. It is so important to understand yourself. Now, I know you and many others have done the personality assessments to really understand your behavior, where your natural strengths are, and areas of where you may have limitations. A simple personality assessment is something that is so easy to do. You can learn so much about yourself, and that in itself can be part of your developmental plan. Mm-hmm. And
well, we coach. There's only 2 ways you're going to get to your goal. One, you need to know where you want to go, so you have to have a goal. Again, a large part of the population, both in realtors, even outside of real estate, most people just don't have goals. One component, you need that goal. The other component is who you are. Where are you at? Where is your starting point? The personality assessment gives you a great understanding of who you are, what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are. So it's an incredible component. Now, in terms of importance, I'm not sure if you're going through these facets as like 1 through 8 is like 1 is the most important, 8's not as important. But for me, if you read any business book, doesn't matter what it is, what industry you're in, team growth is one of the most important things and usually most overlooked things to grow a big business. Any team builder, there's no such thing as a self-made millionaire. People say, I'm self-made. That's impossible. Every good person, great business leader has always had an incredible team behind them. Linda, you have an incredible team of assistants, you have an incredible team of coaches, all that. Only, Linda McLean International, it may exist without it, but it wouldn't be as big. There's no question about it.
Oh, no. And the thing is, you see, when you have a really solid team, like I feel so fortunate with the team I have. I mean, Amy, Regine, we just got a new coach that joined us with a wealth of information. all of their contribution levels are they come at different levels, but very high levels.
Yeah.
And is it work, and do we work? Yeah, we do. I mean, we're flying around the country working one-on-one with people in their office, having our telephone calls. But that's how you help and reach more people. And it's not always about the money.
No.
Yes, the money comes as you grow your business, but it's about how you can increase your level of service to serve others. And then the money will always come when you are focused on good service. But you can do that by way of a team. And I chose to build a team because I'm a team player, and also I'll be able to serve more people by having more team members. And we have fun with what we do, and it's important. And everything that we teach others, Stephen, we are applying the same thing in McLean International. We're pretty transparent with our clients. We are always working and developing and tweaking our own plan. So, it's really important. This facet number 3. You asked about, is there a level of importance with each facet? I mean, this is probably one of the key levels if someone truly wants leverage.
Yeah.
If you truly do not want to be the one that's doing everything in your business, then it's critical. It's important that you wrap your arms around this area of your business. And even if it means, if you don't even have anybody that you're hiring right now, even if it means that you hire someone for 5 hours a week or whatever it might be, you see, that's how you start to get leverage bit by bit by bit.
Yep.
Okay, going on to the next facet is your sales system, and I'll just go through this.
Just a quick note on the teams as well. We're not talking, you have to build a huge team of like dozens and dozens of people.
No.
Some of the top agents in Toronto have one assistant and one buyer's agent. That's it.
Yep.
A team of 3 people, and that's all you need. It's not a lot, but you do have to do it.
Yeah, and this is the one thing, because when we're working with clients, and you guys will have heard this from Regina or whatever, or Amy, is it's customized. Remember, you own your own business. You can customize your business however you see fit. I'm going to stress, though, that you look at these 8 facets. Sit down and spend the time to look at these 8 facets and come up with your plan. And if you decide you want to grow a team of 5 or 10 or 20 or a team of 1 or 2, it doesn't matter. You still want to honor your business. Now, jumping into the sales system, it is very important for anybody in any business to be clear. What is the process of our sales system? I mean, we know that McDonald's is super successful because of their processes and systems that they have in place. Well, the same thing lies true with any business, but the key thing is, we always say, nothing happens in business unless a sale is made.
Yeah.
Nothing happens.
Nothing.
So therefore, pay attention to what you're doing. Everything from your having the first level of contact to the second level of contact and so on. And I mean, I just threw out some suggested things for people to take into consideration. You guys can go through and read that through later. But again, it's taking the time when you sit down to work on your business is to go through and evaluate, what is my sales system? What do I need to tweak or change to make my sales system stronger so that I can rely on it? Okay, the next is customer retention. Most of the, you've got clients. I don't care whether you've helped 5 clients or 500 clients. They are people who have trusted you in the business. How do you stay in touch with them? Identify a way, and this everything, all the facets, as you know, Stephen, all the facets we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen, all kind of weave in and out of each other. So, for example, how you identify customer retention also weaves into your marketing. Do you have something consistent like a newsletter that goes out?
Mm-hmm.
Do you acknowledge them with birthday presents or anniversary cards on the anniversary of the sale of their home? Do you host a client appreciation party? What is your customer retention and your process look like for staying in touch? Do you call the clients once a year, 2 times a year, 5 times a year? In this all focuses into kind of your lead generation too, which filters into your sales system.
Yeah. So one of the greatest things, I think, in my opinion anyways, is Young Realty, we've developed our own CRM for the agents. At the end of the day, I would say over 90% of realtors do not do anything with their past clients, which is a travesty, because it's a gold mine. It really is. Because like you said, if they trust you enough to make a sale, whether on the listing side or the buying side, they would like more from you other than just seeing you once every 7 years to sell their home. So if you can maintain that, so what we've done, we developed our own system here where we have 18 touches a year minimum, and plus we also
Mm-hmm.
send them gifts. And like I just had a luncheon today before this meeting. It was a past client. They bought and sold 3 properties with me. They want to buy and sell more in the future, and it's just something
Mm-hmm.
I do every once in a while. But I just stay in touch with them. They don't want to buy anything right now. They don't want to sell anything right now. I'm not trying to
Mm-hmm.
sell them anything. I'm just
No.
taking and say, look, I appreciate your business in the past, and I want to work with you going in the future. That's it.
And that's what it is. It doesn't have to be about selling, and I agree with you, Stephen. When people trust you and they know that they can count on you to deliver something, they will automatically do business with you. Whether it's somebody taking their car to a mechanic, or somebody going to a store where you know that you can always find a good suit that and the service people. I mean, you will continue to go to those places because it makes doing business easy and more relaxed.
Yep,
And you know you can count on getting value.
absolutely.
Okay. The next one is services. And somebody says, well, what do you mean services? Every real estate agent, whether they realize it or not, has a little niche, something that they're really, really good at. There are some that are absolutely amazing. There are others who are phenomenal with luxury homes. So some individuals love to chase after those for sale by owner. So you all can run your business. What type of services do I offer in my real estate business? You've been the CEO of your business. What type of services do I offer? And you will find, and you can, this is how you track it right back to your finances. Where have you generated your money from? You may find, oh my gosh, 35% of my revenue has come from first-time buyers. Okay, how can I maximize my effort and my time by maybe doing something different with those first-time buyers? Or maybe that's the ideal time to say, I've got quite a little niche and a reputation and a track record, which you want to make sure you incorporate that into your marketing, of first-time buyers. Therefore, it may be the opportune time to bring on a buyer specialist that can help you service more buyers. And so, there are all sorts of different types of services that real estate agents. What type of services do I offer? How successful am I? What changes need to be made so that I can amplify my success in these areas? So that would be facet number 6. Number 7, technology. You kind of love it and you hate it. And that's the kind of where I'm at. Sometimes you love it and you hate it. However, it's a part of our world. It's not going away. So the key thing is you got to do what you've got to do. It's important. And thank goodness I am so, I don't know, I was going to say excited for anybody in young realty because of your the technology that you guys embrace. And my screen just went black.
Yeah.
Oh, there. Sorry.
Speaking of technology.
Technology. There we go. We talk about it.
Yeah, no. So I think we're very progressive in the technology field. I think
Yeah.
what we're doing, it doesn't exist right now. So there's always been a lot of growing pains with it, but it's just because nobody's ever done what we're doing before. And the beauty about it is the people who are here on the ground level is going to be nothing but exponential growth going forward because it's an incredible system that we're building.
Okay. Yeah. So now I had that little glitch with my screen on technology. Guess what? I'm going to move on to the next facet. So that's facet number 8. But I hope you can all understand. It's very important to look at each of these facets and say, okay, what's working, what's not working, what do I need to do next? And that becomes part of your business plan. Okay. Your office. And I always say to individuals, yes, you're within an office, but you're within an office. Mm-hmm. Walk into your own personal office. What do you feel? What do you see when you walk into your office? And grab about 3 of those words and write it down. And the next thing is, do I need to change something? What do I need to change? Your environment sends off a real internal message to you. Therefore, I encourage each person to pay attention. And with some, it may be, Linda, I got to clean this out. And I say, well, use the laundry basket exercise. It's one of my favorites. I developed it years and years ago. And it is again, it's just a tip and a tool in how to clean and organize your office. Maybe you don't need that. Maybe you need something else. Maybe you need to move things around in your office. I always say to individuals, pay attention to what you become comfortable with. If you go out and you buy a picture and you put this picture up on your wall. At the beginning, you're looking at it all the time. And then after a while, it just becomes part of the wall. Well, the same thing is true in your office. If you want to create change in your business, change up some of the things that you're looking at, because you're visual people. I mean, real estate is a visual game. Well, treat your office the same way that you guide clients to prepare their home for success in selling it. And let that be part of the process. It becomes part of your business plan. Is it time to expand, maybe move your office? I mean, there are so many different factors that can come into your office that honor that part of your business, and take a good look at your office. So here's what I say: the critical steps to success is review. Is you're setting your goals and reviewing them. Stop and take the time to do it. I said, whether you do it with a buddy, whether you do it with a coach, however you do it, ensure that you are stopping to work on your business. That will bring you such great rewards you won't even imagine it. The ideal time is to take a review of your business at least every quarter. Now, there are most people who will, they'll say, oh, I got to figure out my business plan. It's January 1st. That is really not the best time to do it. In order for you to be launched and ready to leap into the next year, having your business plan completed before December the 15th is ideal. And then the key thing is taking a review every quarter, and even sitting down. Most of our clients who have gained a great deal of success, they actually sit down and take one day, at least one day in June, and one day anywhere from September to the middle of December, and sit down, whether it's us that help the clients with or they do it with someone, sit down and go through these 8 facets of the business and develop the plan. Develop the plan that's going to get you to where you want to go. This is a little picture, and you see this in the background, and this is why I think that everybody needs to pay attention. Who are your support beams? This is the Bolshoi Theater in Moscow, and this was built in 1776. And all of you know, and I did this because of real estate, the things that are long-standing have got strong support beams. And there's care and maintenance that go into making that building still beautiful and strong, and a pleasure for everybody to enjoy. Pull back and say, who are the support beams in my life? Who is helping me to get to where I want to go? It will be people. It will be a place. It could be things. There is a time to plug in. There's a time to unplug. There's a time to be with family. There's a time to work on your business. There's a time to be in your business. The key thing is recognize who is it and what is it that's supporting me now, and what shifts or changes do I need to make so I feel more support in helping myself go forward. Because when you take yourself into consideration first, it's like a pebble in a pond. You have that ripple positive effect on everybody around you. A review. To take your business to the next level. Number one, the financials, the marketing, looking at your staff or your team. Really, really embrace the systems that you're using for your sales. And going back into your customer retention, yes, the past clients you've worked with. The services you offer that you want to offer. The technology that will support it, and the office environment that will make you feel good and strong and powerful from an emotional level, and being very functional in your office. So the roadmap to success, we classified as basically in 3 different ways: mind, millions, and memories. One of the most important things, and Stephen, we've talked about it, is to really stay positive. And how you can think into results. Have a plan. Have a mind plan. How do you stay on track to really think positive? By having visualization, affirmation cards, whatever it is that you do, have a mind plan. Have a millions plan, because this is what funds your life. Your business plan is what funds your life. And having a business plan that will really take you to the next level. And then the third roadmap to success is memories. Everybody wants to have wonderful memories to cherish. Taking that time to work on a life plan to get you to the next level. And of course, the 3 A's of action, accountable, and acknowledge. Remember to acknowledge the action that you take. So many people have their heads down, but they don't take the time to stop and recognize what they have accomplished. That's a very important factor internally to be able to say, attaboy, attagirl, and to give yourself that personal recognition. And celebration. Absolutely everybody likes to celebrate. So I like to ask everybody, what have you done to personally celebrate your success to date? You celebrate clients, you give them gifts, you celebrate your children, you celebrate your friends. You are the CEO of your business. You deserve celebration. And create your celebration. It doesn't mean it always has to be super expensive. It can be anywhere. I don't care whether it's anything from $20 to $20,000. Make your celebration something that means something to you. And I just leave that with plan to finish strong in 2014, because you've got lots and lots of time to make the balance of this year powerful. And it starts with stopping today and starting today. And I like what you said before. It's like starting at the finish line. The minute you get to a certain place, you're at the beginning of another race, and you set the pace of the race.
Absolutely.
And do you have anything else you want me to cover, Stephen?
Yeah, like, just I always like ending these things on great quotes, and sort of the thing about quotes is it gets you through certain things and really reflects on sort of the entire lesson and pulls it all together.
Mm-hmm.
And Don Shula once said, "It's the start that stops most people." And most people don't even put the business plan; they don't even take the time to sit down. It just takes 5 minutes to say, "What are you doing right, and how can you improve your business?" And it's that little start that stops most people, because most people don't even want to even sit down and take the time. So that's just one quote. But the second quote that really is more, I think, important and more in line with what we're talking about today about planning. Obviously, everyone knows one of my favorite books is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And in the book, he talks about, his quote, it says, "Intelligent planning is essential for success in any understanding designed to accumulate riches." It doesn't matter what business you're in. If you don't have organization that's intelligently planned out, nothing's ever going to happen for you. It's going to seem chaotic all the time, and you'll never get to where you need to go. So it's very important to be planned out, to take the time, sit down, reflect, and have that snapshot of business. And with Linda, I'm not sure if you want to add anything onto that quote, but it's been a real pleasure and treat working with you over the past year and your team. And obviously, I hope we can continue this going forward. And for most people, they have to understand that Linda isn't just here to coach; she lives this. I've met her several times, and she literally lives this philosophy of organized planning. Taking strategic business plans, being a team leader, and she's grown her business so successfully because she listens to what she teaches. So, Linda, I just want to really thank you today for your time, and for the past year working with your team. It's been incredible.
Oh, you're welcome. It really has been our pleasure. Amy and Regine have loved sharing and contributing to everybody at Young Realty. On behalf of McLean International, Stephen, we wish you all the greatest success, and every person that aligns himself with Young Realty. We are just honored to work with you guys, and we look forward to a continued relationship. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.